What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
On the back of the dollar bill, you'll see the symbol on the left-hand side of the bill, which is annuit coeptus, which means our enterprise is now a success, or our enterprise is crowned with success. Annuit coeptus. So you say, fine, so you have an enterprise and it's now crowned with success. What enterprise are you talking about? Novus, Ordo, SECLORUM. Novus is novus, meaning new. Ordo is order. And SECLORUM is where we get the word secular, meaning the world. So it's new order of the world, the new world order. George Bush's new world order is now a success. But the problem is this was put on the dollar bill back in 1934. 1934 is when the Federal Reserve actually finally took total control of the United States monetary system, and that's when they said it is now a success, because this is a symbol, this is an emblem of a secret society of Freemasons called the Illuminati, the German Bavarian Illuminati. They were a secret society founded in the south of Germany. They were called the Illuminati, the illuminated ones, the enlightened ones. They they connected themselves to another group of Freemasons in France, in the south of France, referred to as the Pierre de Sion, French Grand Orient Temple Masons. And so this symbol today, while it's on the back of a $1 bill, it is also incidentally on a document in the British Museum and in the Louvre Museum. Both have some of the original writings of that sect of Freemasons in Germany that are today on display, and on one of the documents it has that exact symbol, annuit coeptus, novus ordo seclorum, and that was in 1774 that the Bavarian Illuminati drew up their plans for what they were going to do in America and how they were going to do it.
Hey YouTube world, Harvest is Plenty. Thanks for stopping by to check out the video. Please don't forget to hit or smash that thumbs up or like button for me. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, you might want to consider becoming a subscriber so you can be aware of any new videos that pops up. Also, thank you to all the new people that subscribe to the channel, and thank you to all my old subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. And I want to say this as well. I pray that the good Lord bless you, keep you, protect you, guide you. I pray that you and your family and all your relatives and everybody that you care about is covered in the blood of Jesus, and that he watches over your every step. All right, let's get to it and dive in. George Bush, H.W. Bush. You know, I have never heard anybody call President George H.W. Bush a conspiracy theorist. I've never once heard anybody say that. I remember when I used to talk about the New World Order, the NOVUS, ORDO, SECLORUM, people would call me a conspiracy theorist, even though it's on the back of the dollar bill since 1934. In 1933, the Federal Reserve took over the U.S. money supply. And the Federal Reserve is not federal. They hold no reserves, and it's not a bank. It's an international cartel that controls our money supply. If you guys want to know more about it, there's a book called The Creature from Jekyll Island. Take a look at it. I'm making another recommendation for you guys who like to read like I do. By G. Edward Griffin. That's why there's a spat going on now between Trump and the current Fed chairman. The Fed chairman says Trump cannot fire me, and I'm not stepping down if I was asked, because Trump knows he's playing the Hegelian dialectic game. There's no government body or official that has any control over the Federal Reserve. Why? Because it's not federal, there's no reserves, and it's not a bank, and it's not controlled by anybody in the United States. The people who run our government also runs the Federal Reserve Bank. That's another video for another time. I'm going to put a link below about the secrets of the Federal Reserve, so take a look at that. So let's get to George H.W. Bush. This guy sits up in the State of the Union address, a Republican from Texas. He was, came up through the military, U.S. Navy. He was an ambassador to the United Nations. And I talked about the United Nations and how they're trying to reverse God's judgment on the tower at the Tower of Babel. He was also a liaison to the Republic of China. He was director of the CIA. He was vice president and president. He's a Freemason and a Skull and Bones member. And for those of you who want to know more about Skull and Bones, I did a video about that too. I will put that below as well. And this guy stood up in front of the entire United States during the State of the Union address. And he said, we're going to create a new world order, or we're working towards creating a new world order. And the entire Republican Party stood up and gave this guy a standing ovation. A standing ovation. And so that told me that they're no different than the other side, the Democratic Party, that they're both two wings on the same New World Order bird. But somehow the American public has been duped into thinking that they're different. Something that Dr. Walter Veet said, he referenced Carroll Quigley. He wrote a book called Tragedy and Hope. Carroll Quigley was a professor at Georgetown University during Bill Clinton's tenure there as a student. And he became Bill Clinton's mentor. Carroll Quigley was also an initiated member and an insider. And he became Bill Clinton's mentor. And he wrote a book called Tragedy and Hope. And in this book, he said that there's no difference between the Democrat and the Republican Party. He said that it's designed for the new guy to come in and to continue where the old guy left off at, to move the country and the world forward towards a new world order. He said if there was a major difference, there'd be a completely different shift in policies and everything that the other party, the previous party, did. But he said they cannot allow that because it would take their new world order plans off course. So they got to continue putting in these bloodline family members. And yes, all presidents are related. They're from the same bloodline. I did a video called President's Day. Take a look at that. They got to continue putting in initiated Freemasonic members, bloodline members, to continue to go, because America has a secret destiny, as I read to you guys in Manly P. Hall's book. And that's just the way it is, and I know it's hard for so many people to believe. It's just hard because we've not been taught this in high school. We haven't been taught this in college. You go to church and you think that your pastors would teach you about the devil's plan. But maybe your pastor didn't know. Or maybe your pastor is a Freemason and he can't talk about it. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm going to share this video with you guys. Watch it multiple times so you can understand the full breakdown of just this part of the dollar bill, this great seal right here. And we'll come back and do another video breaking down the Phoenix bird on the other side. And people say this is a pyramid, and I say it too. But it's really a trapezoid or a ziggurat. And I'll do a video on the trapezoid as well. All right, love you guys. May God continue to bless you and your family.
There we go.
This is a federal building, and you will commonly see the two great seals, supposedly, of the United States of America on it. You notice on the left-hand side, you see the eagle, and on the right-hand side, you see the truncated pyramid. Now, it's interesting when we look at this and compare it to the back of the dollar bill, those seals are in the reverse position. In other words, the pyramid should be on the left-hand side, the eagle should be on our right-hand side.
Right. That's absolutely correct. I'm looking at it right now and never realized that.
Yeah.
Continue.
Now, let's take a look at the next figure.
Okay.
You'll see just a blown-up version of the pyramid on the back of a dollar bill. Now, when we take a look at the very top of it, it says in Latin, Annuit Corruptus, and directly underneath the pyramid, Novus Ordo Seclorum. Now, translated from the ancient Latin, Annuit Corruptus, Novus Ordo Seclorum means announcing the birth of a new world order. Now, at the base of the pyramid, you can see Roman numerals. It's MDCCLXXVI. That is the year 1776. But it's not talking about July 4th.
Right.
Which is supposed to be our Day of Independence. No, it's actually referring to May 1st, 1776, in which the Order of the Illuminati was officiated.
And that would go back to Adam Weishaupt.
Right, Dr. Adam Weishaupt himself, the very first head of the order. Now, if we take a look at the pyramid itself, it is made up of 13 steps. Now, in the Order of the Illuminati, there are two particular occult systems. One is known as numerology, which is where you assign numbers to letters. Now, in gematria will give you the definition to those numbers. So in other words, numerology assigns, gematria defines. That's how I explain it.
Okay.
Now, in gematria, the number 13 stands for depravity and rebellion.
Right.
Now, when we look at the capstone itself, you can tell that it's three-sided, but whether it's four-sided or not, it's not supposed to be, because look at the way the pyramid is built. You can tell by looking at the shaded part.
Yes.
On the left-hand side, it's four-sided. You can't with the eye, because those three sides represent the beast, the false prophet, and the Antichrist.
Got it.
In the center of that capstone, you will note that there is a left-hand eye. The left, in the occult world, the left hand always represents the dark side. The right hand represents the light side.
Got it.
That eye represents the eye of Lucifer. Some people say it's the eye of providence, the eye of God, but that's incorrect, because if that's true, the capstone is facing in the wrong position. The point would have to be pointed down, which would show God looking into the affairs of man.
Got it. And also, you go back to like Horus and stuff like that, which the Masons talk about, where the one-eyed man in the land of the blind is king.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this reverse position, this is man invading the heavenlies, just like they tried in the Tower of Babylon.
Of course.
So in short, what the whole seal is saying is that on May 1st, 1776, a new world order has been created. It would be based on depravity and rebellion and headed by Lucifer.
Wow.
Remember how I said I'm going to show you the Masonic connection with this?
Yes.
Let's go to the next photo.
And there we are.
Okay. Let's start at the foundation, the base of the pyramid. As I said, it's the foundation of all things. So, you noted that the only letter there that the hexagram is run through is the M at the base of the pyramid, right?
Yes.
Now, let's just follow the outline. Let's follow it up diagonal left. And what letter does it connect to?
A.
We run the line directly underneath the eye of Lucifer, and it connects to what letter?
S.
Now, it runs down again in between the V and the I and connects to what letter?
O.
Now, it runs up again and connects over to the final connecting point, and what's the letter?
That's the N.
And what does M-A-S-O-N spell in perfect order?
That's Mason.
Exactly.
Would be the Masonic order. We have about 2 minutes left, so...
I'm about to wrap it.
Okay.
Now, if you note, the only letter that's being touched at the base of the pyramid, as I said before, is the M, correct?
Yes.
The only one that is outside of it is the I, or the number 1, right?
Right.
That's why it's May 1st, 1776.
Wow.
That's what it's talking about. And